All right, and we are live. Happy Tuesday, teammates. Man, I'm super excited. This is our first team recording, team meeting recording that we're doing. And hopefully technology works well with us today, right? And so, guys, we have an incredible message for you all this week and a great training. And we're going to go ahead and start this meeting off with some announcements. And so I want to encourage everybody, if you haven't gotten your notebooks, this is definitely a meeting that you're going to want to take some notes on. So go ahead and grab either your phone and take some notes or grab a piece of paper. We're going to go through some announcements first, and then right after, we have a great training and a great message for you all to take your business to the next level. And so let's just walk through some of the announcements and some of the important things you guys need to be in the know. So I sent you all a recording, which, by the way, that recording is still available. I sent you all a link to watch it's about a 15-minute video that explains the new calendar. I'm not going to take too much time and go through it right now, but you should have received a PDF file of the schedule. Guys, this schedule, we've gotten amazing feedback. We've had several teammates plugging into the office now with some of these trainings. And so you can see we have something that you can plug into every single day. And about 90% of this stuff is done all online. It's done from your phone on Primerica Online or the Primerica app. And then we have some office things that you can plug into. So get familiar with the calendar. If you have any questions about it, please reach out to me. But Take Action April is really the theme for the month that the company's created. They have some amazing incentives and going on right now. The first thing is honoring our first responders. How amazing is it that our company is giving a chance for first responders? Obviously, they can always get involved in our business, but now make it a little bit easier for them. They only have to pay a $49 IBA licensing fee. I have several clients that are first responders that, I mean, the way that they're telling me how they've been treated, they haven't gotten any pay raises, and they've been working because some of first responders are salaried. So they've been having to work overtime with really no extra pay. Guys, first responders have really been going through it. And so here's a chance for us to have a conversation starter with people in a way for them to get introduced to our business for $49 rather than the normal $99 licensing fee. You all are aware of the field training bonus. The field training bonus is a bonus program for those of you that are brand new in the business. Your first 90 days, you can earn an unlimited bonus. And there's so many things you could get bonus on. For example, if you log the Primerica app in your first 24 hours, you get $50. If you complete the online licensing course, you get another $100. And then if you do a one recruit and one life insurance sale for about $1,000, you get $300 every time you do that. And there's no maximum. So just by helping one recruit, one client, and doing the other items there, you can make $450. You could do that your first day or two with us. So if you're a trainer and watching this, you need to have that mindset of, okay, every person I bring on board, I need to show them this. Like, hey, listen, we can make you $450 your first day with us. By simply following the system. There's a contest happening right now to win an all expenses paid trip to Marco Island, Florida. I mean, beautiful resort, guys. I mean, this company does treat you like royalty. The company runs like 2 trips a year. So you got to do everything possible you can to win this trip. If you want to know what it takes to win, there is a point system. We're not going to go through that today. But there's a point system. They're taking 1,200 slots. So that means 1,200 Primerica representatives will win. And each of those 1,200 get to take one person with them. So if you win the trip, you can actually take somebody with you. I mean, these trips are life-changing as well. And again, everything paid for. A couple other things that you can do to make some extra cash as well. You all know that we have an amazing auto and home insurance program where you get paid $50 just to have a client call Answer Financial and see if they could save money. Well, this month, between now and the end of the month, if you can close 3 auto and home insurances, they're going to pay you $100 for every single one thereafter. So think about if you can have 5 conversations with people and help them. Yeah, that's about $250, $300 you can make on just a phone call and helping somebody save money on their auto and home insurance. If you're brand new, you have a chance to win an iPad. All you got to do is help a client with a Vivid a security system, and if you can do it in your first 30 days, you're going to get a brand new iPad. So I mean, there's cash, there's bonuses, there's iPad, different ways to be making money, guys, and that we got to maximize and make sure our recruits are maximizing that as well. The MVP of the month contest, guys, I love this contest. The MVP of the month is the contest to really see, okay, who's stepping up, who's on track to be regional vice president, who wants to win. MVP is, if you're the MVP of the month, you're winning everything. You're winning all the incentives that the company's running. You're winning, you're making money, and you're growing your business. And so the MVP contest was created so that if you basically focus on winning MVP, you're on track for everything. I promise you, because it's only counting your personal production. So you get points, for the stuff that you do, for recruits, for policies, getting licensed, all the stuff that you need to do to grow your business. MVP is it's a fun way to track if you're growing your business or not, right? And so what do you get for being MVP? You get a trophy, you get a certificate, but you get forever recognition. This is our MVP Wall of Fame. We actually run this with Daniel Render's base as well. And so you'll always be recognized for being the MVP. And so it's not just about the recognition of the MVP, it's the fact that you're on track to become a regional vice president. And then, guys, very important announcement, is probably the most important one, is our next business training school. We just had one a few weeks ago, and it was the best business training school that I've gone to. It's amazing how I've been to so many of these, and I mean, this is not just me saying this, okay? I hope I'm never, just saying something just to say it to you, okay? This is from my heart, okay? I always want to speak from my heart, speak the truth, speak honestly. That was the best business training school I've been to. And it's amazing that every single one I go to, it's always better than the previous one. As you grow in this business, there's just you're in different aspects all the time. There's different things that, different levels of growth that you're in. And I don't know what it is, but every business training school I go to, there's just always one message that I didn't quite catch the previous one. So guys, I'm just saying that attending the business training school will change your life. If you want to see significant amount of success in this business and in your life, the business training school is a game changer for you. Okay. And so the dates are, the main event's July 17th. It's a Saturday. But they're doing a small thing Friday night on the 16th, but for everybody, it's on the 17th. It's going to be in Anderson, and tickets are still $20. They extended it to April 30th, so you have until April 30th, which is just 3 days from now, to get your ticket for $20. Okay, make sure you get your tickets. Make sure your teammates are getting theirs, and this is just going to be a life-changing event. So these are the announcements. Again, if you have any questions about it, please go ahead and reach out to me, reach out to your trainer regarding these. So guys, what we're going to go now and transition into is really the message that we have for you all this week. And I'm actually going to stand up for this and use the whiteboard for this as well. So obviously, when you're in a leadership role, you have a chance to really get to know everybody on the team, right? Some of you guys may not have had a chance to meet each other yet, but I've had the fortunate ability and to meet all of you, and you're all amazing. You all have different backgrounds. I love the different age range. I believe we have probably the most diverse team. We have different age ranges, ethnicities. We got people from here. We got people from Spanish-speaking countries. We got people from Africa on the team. We got a different age groups. I mean, it's just amazing to see the diversity of the team. And the reason I share this is the leader knows usually where kind of everybody's head is at, where everybody's where they may be in life. And so when we are a regional vice president, you're creating at least a training for the team, you always want to create something that you feel the team needs. Where is it that we're at as a team, and where we're going to take that to the next level? If you've played sports, the coach always knows, okay, what's the next play that we need to run? And so what I've been noticing on the team is really there's a lot of areas that we all can grow, obviously, right? There's a lot of areas that we can improve on. But you got to understand that if you're on the team, it's probably because you want to see some sort of change in your life. Okay, I've met some of you guys. Some of you guys are here because you want to make some extra income to fund some of the expensive hobbies you might have. Some of you guys are here to make some extra money to send some of your kids to college or to pay off debt sooner. Some of you guys are on the team because you want to leave your job and you want to be able to be, self-employed full time, not, have your own schedule, have a balance of family and work and income. And some of you guys are here to build a family business. Some of you guys want to build a legacy, change your family tree. Some of you guys are here to get wealthy. Okay, you all are here for different reasons, but what I found is you all here because you want to see at least some sort of change in your life. Most of you guys are here for that reason. There's something that you're currently in. You're in a current career path, or you're at a current income level that is not giving you. It might provide some sort of level of stability or level of comfort, but it's not giving you. There's still something missing. And you want to see some change. And so I want to help you guys discover in this meeting today. I believe this is going to be one of the most powerful trainings you're going to receive and that you have received. Out of all the meetings that you plugged into, this is going to be one of the most powerful trainings that you're going to receive, is how to get what it is that you want, how to get that change, how to see that change. And so what I want you guys to draw in your notes is I want you guys to draw the following 4 boxes with me, okay? And again, I'm not the greatest artist, but I want you guys, you don't have to be the greatest artist as long as the message goes through, okay? I want you guys to draw the following 4 boxes there with me. And so if you're in Primerica, like I mentioned, is you're here to see some sort of change. You're here to see something different in your life. You want to see a result of you want to see a change. Now, the thing that most people don't realize is in order to see change, in order to see a change of the result, okay? And again, I'm not sure if this is showing backwards on your screen. Hopefully it's showing you correctly on yours. But if you want to see some change, you're not supposed to focus on the result. Let's say you're here to make, let's just say you're here because you want to make $1,000 more a month, $10,000 more a year than what you're currently making now. Or maybe you want to go make 6 figures, okay, whatever it may be. Most people focus on, okay, I want to change this. I need to focus on the result. But what they don't understand is there's actually 3 steps before you get to the result that you have to focus on first. So let's think about this. Let's say, let me ask you guys a question. If you want to change the result, okay, well, where do results come from? Where do they come from? Well, results is really an effect from whatever action that you took, right? You can't see results if you haven't taken action. Does that make sense? Like, for example, I'm going to use weight loss, okay, because that's probably the one that can relate to a lot of people. If you're focused on losing weight, you don't just lose weight, by focusing on losing weight. You got to do things to lose weight. You got to take some sort of action, whether it's, eating better, exercising, whatever it is, you got to take some sort of action, okay? And that'll determine the result. Whatever action you take, that'll determine the result. The beautiful part once you understand this, the beautiful part of this is we live in a world of cause and effect. Okay, it's science, it's physics. I can't, eat healthy and gain weight, or get unhealthy, right? If I'm eating healthy, I'm going to see healthy results. I'm not going to get unhealthy because I eat healthy. It's impossible. You're unhealthy because you eat unhealthy, right? Or you don't exercise. There's no way that if I did push-ups, every single day, pull-ups every single day, did some sort of exercise every day, I'm going to see change. That's the beautiful part of this, is if you want to see change, you just got to take some action and you will see change. Okay? Now, no action, no results. Little action, little results, but big action, massive action, you're going to see massive results. So you just got to, determine, okay, how much results do I want to see? So because we live in a world of cause and effect, you can see change as long as you focus on the action. But there's something that you need to focus on before the action. You won't take action unless you see the potential in that action. You won't take any action if you don't see the potential. So for example, think about this. Let's say, again, you want to lose weight, you want to get in shape, and you got to exercise, you got to eat healthy. You're not going to do that if you don't really see any potential, if you don't see the value in taking that action. If you feel like, well, you know what, I don't have the time, or I don't want to do that, or I don't really see if I do that, will I really lose weight? Or if I do that, if you don't see the potential in something, you're not going to take the action. So before you take action, you got to work on the potential. You got to build up the potential in your mind. But the potential, there's one step where it all begins. Everything begins here. And before the potential, it's the belief. Now, by the way, what I'm showing you, this is called the belief system, or in funny terms, the BS system, right? Belief system, the BS system. The belief system, this is created by Tony Robbins. If you don't know who Tony Robbins is, he's got a net worth of about $500 million. He's a business coach, life coach, CEOs, Fortune 500 companies. He's got a lot of, they hire him. He's got a lot of books out there that I strongly suggest you guys read. Tony Robbins has completely changed my life, but I'll write the name down here, Tony Robbins. Okay, it's a great person to learn from. But this system, this is not something I created. This is from Tony Robbins. So this is legitimate stuff, studies have been, researched, been proven. But going back to here, everything starts with your belief. So for example, let's say your end result is I want to get in shape. Okay. If you don't believe the right things about getting into shape, you're not going to. And here's the thing, you already have certain beliefs. Okay. If you're in shape right now, it's because you have beliefs such as, one, you believe that you can get in shape. You see, some people, if they don't believe that they can do it, if they don't see any potential that they could do it, they're not going to take any action. So first off, you got to believe that you can do it. Okay. Another belief you got to have is you got to believe that it's going to be worth it. Right. Okay. Well, for me to go exercise 3-4 times a week, well, I have to, maybe wake up earlier, or maybe I have to cut out watching TV at these certain times because I got to do that, or I got to do this, or I got to, there might be some sacrifices to be made. Well, if you don't believe it's going to be worth it, you're going to see the potential. You're not going to take any action. So you got to have the right beliefs. You got to believe that, one, you can do it. You got to believe that it'll be worth it. You got to believe that you can take the action necessary to do it. You got to believe that it can be done. If you don't have the right beliefs, you're not going to get the right results. So if you want to see change in your life, okay, now we're going to relate this now into the business. If you want to see change in your life and in the business, we need to start working on your beliefs. Okay? Right now, you need to understand your life, the way it looks, is 100% a result of your beliefs. For example, the weight that you have right now is a result. You believe that, you're supposed to be that weight subconsciously. Now, you probably don't want to be that weight, but because you believe, okay, it's okay being that weight, or you believe that maybe I don't need to pay attention to it, or whatever belief, because of your belief, you're the weight that you're in now. You're in the shape that you're in now. The amount of money you have is a result of your beliefs. You believe the amount of money you get paid from your job, the amount of money you have saved, the amount of money that you have overall is a result of your beliefs about money. How much you should be. You have a belief of how much money you should be making. Whether or not you know it, you have a belief of it. Let's say subconsciously you have a belief I should only make 50 grand a year. Well, if you start making 60, 70 grand, you're going to put yourself in a negative situation. You're going to put yourself in more in debt, to where at the end result you're making 70, but you're spending probably more than that. So you're back at a 50 grand income. Or let's say you always have $10,000 saved, or $1,000, or you don't have any saved. You will always forever be stuck in, I'll never have any money saved. Paycheck to, it's all a belief. If you don't have recruits in the business, if you don't have clients in the business, if you don't book appointments, if you don't have activity, it's all beliefs. You don't believe that you need to make calls today. You don't believe that maybe you can do it. And so you got to understand, it all starts here. It doesn't start, okay, if your goal is you want to get to district leader, it isn't, I need to go focus on getting district leader. No, it needs to be, well, what are the beliefs I need to have about, first off, do I believe that I can get to district leader? Well, what's it going to take? Well, that's where meeting with your vice president, meeting with your trainer. Okay, what's it going to take? What's the potential? Okay, and you got to grow your belief so that you can grow the potential. Because here's the thing you got to understand: with every phase, it does get smaller. For example, let's say your belief, we're going to say, is this big. We're going to do this circle. If your belief is this big, the potential you're going to see in that is going to be smaller. You lose size as you keep growing in this graph. So for example, your potential is probably going to be this big. So because your potential is smaller than your belief, that's just physics, the science. You can't see the potential more than what you believe in something. Does that make sense? Like it's just impossible. So your potential is going to be less than your belief. So you're going to take less action. Why are you going to take less action? Well, if you don't see much potential in something, again, we are wired to avoid pain. We would rather avoid pain than gain pleasure. That is human nature. That's our physiology, our biology. This is how we are ingrained. It's a survival mechanism. Well, if you don't see much potential in something, your brain's going to say, well, you're not going to put a lot of action behind that because you're going to get hurt because there's not much potential anyway. So why try as much, right? And so you're going to take less action. And again, you're going to get smaller results. You're always going to get less results than the action you take. And once you understand that truth, then you're okay that when you take action, if you don't see immediate result, you got to understand that's okay. Like a lot of people that haven't worked out for years, they only work out for a week or two. They don't see any results and then they stop. Well, you got to understand the results are coming. The results are there, but they're going to be smaller than well, I worked out, every day last week. That's okay. You're still combating years of not working out. So 1 week of working out is not going to make a huge difference. You got to understand your results will always be smaller than your action. And so think about it. If you start with small belief, do you see how you might not even see potential? You might see very little potential. You can't even see that, how little potential. And you're not going to take probably any action. So if you want to see change, we need to work on your belief. We need to work on, one, having the right beliefs. I want you guys to write this down. You need to have the right beliefs. And two, you need to have bigger beliefs. Because understand, the size of your belief will determine, it'll be a less potential, less action, less results. So if you want to see Let's say you want to go from making, let's say you're making at your job $3, $4, $5,000 a month, and you're like, you know what? I want to start making 10 grand a month. Okay, you want to double the results that, let's say this is your life results here, and you want to double it. Well, then your belief needs to be like 5 times that amount, right? Your belief needs to be this big. Okay, and the bigger the belief, the more potential, the more action you will take, the more results you'll get. And here's the beautiful part about results. Results increase. That's why the arrow goes back to the belief. The results increase your belief. Like, for example, let's talk about recruiting. Maybe you haven't gotten recruiting going in your business yet. Well, one, that's just a problem with your beliefs. You don't believe maybe recruiting is really necessary, or maybe you don't have the right beliefs about recruiting, or maybe you don't believe you can do it. Okay, but let's say you start adopting a little bit. You just say, you know what, I don't have as big as belief, but I have a little bit more. I understand I got to get recruiting going. I'm here to build a business, right? I got to get recruiting going. I don't know if I can do it, but I know that if I work with someone that knows how they can do it, I can do it with them. Maybe if I work together with my trainer, my VP, I can make that happen. And then you start seeing a little potential. So then you start making some calls, you take some action, and then through the appointments, you get a recruit. Now you're like, wow, I just got a recruit. I can do this. Guess what it does? It increases your belief. So you don't need to start with big belief, because here's the thing. You can't just go from this level belief to that huge level of belief overnight. If that was the case, a lot of our lives could be changed just like that. Okay, it takes a little bit of time, but at least you just need to start growing your belief a little bit. Does that make sense? And so, with this being said, I know in our team, the main thing we need to work on together is our beliefs. And so my goal with this meeting today, and probably for the next couple of weeks, is to help you guys adopt the right beliefs. Now, these aren't beliefs that Herman Lopez created. Again, success leaves clues, guys. Everything in this bit I've learned. Okay, I haven't really created much, because you guys got to understand, there's been millions of people successful before I was even born. So the rules of success have already been written, and they continue to be written. You just got to go seek the answer. So that's what I did in this bit. I became a student of success. I wanted to study. I didn't want to create and figure it out myself. I wanted to study what other people have done. And these are the beliefs that successful people have. And so here's the thing you got to understand about beliefs. One, you need to understand beliefs. You need to have the right beliefs about beliefs. Let me say that again. You need to have the right beliefs about beliefs. One, you need to believe that beliefs, you can change your beliefs. You can. Think about this. You didn't have certain beliefs. You've changed certain beliefs throughout your lifetime. For example, maybe growing up, maybe you didn't believe, maybe while you were playing sports, maybe you didn't believe you were that good, but maybe you kept playing it. Now, if I were to ask you, hey, are you good at that sport? You probably believe you're great at it, right? Especially if you got involved with the team. Or maybe you believed in a certain food. Maybe as a child, you didn't like a certain food and you believed it was nasty. And then maybe you finally tried it and you're like, wow, this is actually pretty good, right? Or maybe you believed a certain person was a bad person, or maybe a not likable person, but you never really talked to them. And then you talked to them and you found out, wow, they're one of the nicest people I've ever met. And your belief changed. Your beliefs aren't fixed. Your beliefs are variable. So you can change your beliefs. So today, we want to help you change your beliefs about money and business and success. So you guys, because I want you guys to win. I want you guys to succeed. I want you guys to get what it is that you came here for. So understand, beliefs, first of all, are variable. You can change them. And secondly, you should always be challenging your beliefs. Always. Like, have you ever asked yourself where your beliefs even came from? Like, you might say, certain things like, I remember growing up, one of the beliefs I had to work on, especially when I joined this business, is, you're just supposed to make enough to pay the bills. Anything above that, you're just being selfish. Okay, that was kind of like the environment I grew up in. And so you could see the results. You know, I'd go on like a good track, make enough, and then I wouldn't have any numbers, or I'd make more than what I needed, and then I wouldn't have really any production for another month or two. And when they'd ask, well, what happened? I'd be like, well, you know, I don't know, but I'm okay. Yeah, I wasn't tripping about it because I had made enough, what I thought was enough. And then when again I started working on this, I started finding out, wow, that came from the mindset of the community and in the family in the area that I grew up in, where that's all you're supposed to do. Okay, that's what anything about you're just trying to be selfish, right? And so when I realized, well, who says that's true, right? It might be true to them, but I know that belief, I know what type of lifestyle that gives them, and I don't want to have that lifestyle. So here's the beautiful part about beliefs. There's no real true or false beliefs. It's just whatever is true to you. And that's the only belief that matters. What beliefs are true to you? Because understand, the beliefs you have will determine the results you want. So if you want to see different results, you got to have different beliefs. So let's say you want to make more money. Well, what are your beliefs about money? Okay, and they might be true to you now, but let's start challenging them. And you can change beliefs to work in your favor. Okay, so there are variable, and you got to constantly challenge your beliefs. So most of your beliefs, unless you're intentional, like my wife and I, we're very intentional about our beliefs. When we say something, well, where did that come from? Where did that belief come from? Do we want to believe in that? Whether or not it may be true or false, do we want to believe in that? Is it going to be hurtful for us, to believe in something like that, right? And so we all have limiting beliefs. We got to learn to identify them. I had a limiting belief that I was too young to succeed in business, right? Who would listen to an 18-year-old kid when I started this business? And then when I started realizing there's a lot of people, out there at 18, 19, 20 that are already millionaires. I didn't know that because, again, I didn't grow up in that type of environment. But as I started getting involved and then seeing people in Primerica at age 20, 21, making six figures in the business, and I'm just like, wow, it's just, so I said, you know what? I'm not going to believe in that anymore. You can change your beliefs, okay? And so, so today I want to leave you guys with 3 beliefs that you need to adopt if you want to see change, especially in financially and in the business. If you want to see success here, because obviously you're here for a reason. If you want to see success here, if you want to see change, you want to see more numbers, you want to see more cash in your bank account, you want to see better improvement overall, you need to adopt these 3 beliefs. All right. Belief number 1 is inconsistency is the only reason you don't achieve your goals. Inconsistency is the only reason you don't achieve your goals. Now, let me talk to you about how powerful this belief is. You see, you probably set some goals before, even before joining Primerica. Maybe graduate certain things, or graduate from college, or I don't know, accomplish certain things, be with this type of whatever it may be, right? Be with this type of person. And maybe you didn't hit it. And then you start questioning, am I worthy of it? Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not able to do it. Maybe I can't do it. Maybe I don't deserve it. And you start, and you start having those beliefs. And so when it comes time to maybe have a chance to go after something good, you don't go after it. Because, well, why try? I didn't hit previous stuff before, and I'm not going to become successful here. So why even try, right? You got to understand first of all, those beliefs, there's no true or false beliefs. It's whatever's true to you. So understand, the only reason you don't hit goals is because you're inconsistent. Think about it for a second. If you were consistent with something, let's say your goal is to, again, lose weight. if you're consistent every day, if you have every day that you're doing something, and it doesn't have to be drastic, you're doing something consistent. Like, for example, instead of drinking sodas, you start drinking water every day, and that's the only thing you drink is water. And you do that consistently long enough, you're gonna see change, right? With making more money in the business, you want to get recruits, be consistent about it. Do you make calls every day? Do you have conversations every day? Do you make an effort every day? The consistency is the difference maker. Why do you think, have you ever met people that, and you'll definitely meet them here in Primerica if you haven't been here long enough, where you meet people that are like, they're not as skilled as I am. They're not as, polished up maybe, but they're making more money than me. They're doing better off. It's not because they're more deserving or they're better than you. It's because they're more consistent than you. That's it. So inconsistency is the only reason you don't hit your goals. It has nothing to do with whether or not you deserve it, whether or not you're good enough. You are good enough. You do deserve it. You're just not consistent. So what do you need to work on? You need to work on being consistent. So adopt the belief, okay, if I'm going to hit a goal, if let's say you want to make $1,000 this month part-time with us, or let's say you're full-time, you want to make $5,000 or $10,000, you need to understand, okay, I believe I can be consistent. I can be consistent, and that's the only thing that's going to deter me away from this result. Because if I'm consistent every day, if you're making calls every day, you're booking appointments every day, you're making an effort to do presentations every day, you will make money. You will see results. Same with anything. You want to improve a relationship with somebody, be consistent with it. You want to improve a relationship with your kids, your spouse, be more consistent. Be more consistent with saying I love you. Be more consistent with giving them time. Be more consistent with doing acts of love. Be more consistent with everything. Be more consistent and you will hit it. There's no special formula. It's just consistency. So how do you become consistent? Very simple. You got to get a schedule in place. Okay, you got to create a schedule that allows you to be consistent. Okay, as a matter of fact, like people think that people that are consistent, like, man, they're disciplined. They know how to, they're always doing this. There's nothing. Look, they're not superhumans. They got a schedule. Hey, like if you ask anybody that you always see at the gym, I guarantee you they'll tell you, oh yeah, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or let's say they work every day. Yeah, every day on my schedule, I work out at X time. Doesn't matter if unless someone's dying, I'm at the gym at that time. Like nothing's deterring me from that time. They're not ultra disciplined. They just have it on the schedule. So they're able to plan their life. So if things come up, something came up, oh, well, it's let's say it's at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m., 5 a.m., or let's say it's in the afternoon. Oh, well, I'll deal with that later. It's 5 o'clock. I'm supposed to be at the gym, right? So so you got to create your own schedule that allows you to be consistent. So for example, if you're trying to grow your business to the next level, what's your schedule when you're doing Primerica? Okay. And again, the more you do it, the more results you're going to get. So is it every day? Is it every other day? Is it Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Is it Saturdays? Everybody has different schedules. So you just got to fit it in. And it doesn't matter. So let's say you decide Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going to do 5 to 7, 5 to 8, 5 to 9, whatever it is, right after work. Okay. Let's say that's what you decide your schedule to be. Well, it doesn't matter if something comes up. Doesn't matter if you had a job, you'd have to deal with whatever situation after work hours, right? Because you're at your job. So treat it like a job. Hey, 5 to 9 Monday, I can't go out and do something. I can't do this because I'm supposed to be doing my Primerica business. It's just a consistency, right? So to become consistent, you just got to develop a schedule. And again, you have coaches here on the team that can help you put that together. So belief number one, to take your life, your business, and your income to the next level is believe that inconsistency is the only reason you don't hit a goal. Has nothing to do with you not being talented, you not being special, you not being deserving. It has nothing to do with that. It just has to do with consistency. And anybody can be consistent as long as they put it on a schedule. This day, this time, here's what I'm doing. Okay. So that's belief number one. Belief number two is you need to believe that you need to make more money than what you're making now. Okay. Belief number two, I need to make more money than what I'm making now. Okay. You need to believe it. If you don't believe you need to make more money, you're not going to put in the work to make more money. If you believe you're making enough at your job, well, that's all that's why there are no efforts being put in the business. If you want to see more money, you need to believe that you need to make more money. And you already have subconsciously a number that's how much you should be making. So how do you, if you're not there yet, if you're not, if I were to ask you, do you want to make more money? You ask them, of course everybody does. But do they believe they need to make more money? Because subconsciously your brain is focused on needs, not wants. I need this, so I do this, right? I want this, okay, maybe I'll get it, but this I need, and I'm gonna make it happen. For example, if let's say you're used to making 50 grand a year, that's the average household income. Let's say 50 grand a year. Let's say that's what you're used to making. If I was to cut that income in half, let's say your boss called you up and said, listen, we're doing some certain changes and we're cutting everybody's pay in half. Okay. Well, in your brain, you need that 50 grand a year because you got a lifestyle, right? You already know, well, this is much for my house, this much. So if your income was cut in half from 50 to 25, guess what you would be doing? You would be finding ways to make up the other 25. You'd be like, well, you'd be looking for another job that pays you that much. You'd be maybe doing some other stuff outside of work to make extra cash. Maybe you'd pick up a part-time. Primerica, right, comes in the picture. You'd be doing different things to get back to the 50. But here's the issue. Your number's the 50. So once you're in the 50, you're there. So you need to believe that you need to make more money than what you're making now, right? So if your income got cut in half, you're like, well, I'm at 25, I'm used to 50. I need to, you'd be doing stuff to get back to 50. So if you're making 50,000 right now, you need to believe that you need to make more than that. And you need to get specific on a number. Your brain doesn't work when things are fuzzy. It needs to be clear. Like you need to know why you need to make 100 grand. You need to know why you need to make 150. You need to know why you need to be making 200 grand or whatever your number is. But it's gotta have a reason of why you need to make that. So here's the problem with the mindset behind this belief. Most people believe they only need to make enough to pay the bills. Like if you ask them, hey, do you like your job? No, but it pays the bills. So they're good because they have a belief, I just need to make enough to pay the bills. Okay, well, you need to believe that you need to make more money, not just to pay the bills. Now, here's a way to transition. One, you can use it to your favor. I need to make enough to pay the bills. Okay, well, let's say you're there in that mindset. I need to make enough to pay the bills. Well, mentally, we need to increase your bills then. How? Well, start thinking about the lifestyle that you do want to have. Let's say you have kids. Have you ran the cost of what it's going to cost for them to go to college? It's interesting. When I did I recently, with Dulce on the team, we did a financial needs analysis for a lady that has 6 kids. And like to send them all to college, I mean, is easily like $1,500 a month for her to have enough money by the time each child turns 18. Well, if you're serious about sending your kids to college, that's a $1,500 a month bill right now that you need to start saving for. So you need to start thinking what bills you need to take care of in the future that need to be starting to save now. So kids' college. What about a house? What about your parents? Are they maybe a little bit older and are they going to be retiring soon? Are you going to be able to afford housing for them? Right? Think about medical expenses. Think about maybe you don't have a house yet. Okay, well, What type of house you want to have? How much per month is it? How much do you need to start saving now to buy it in a year? Okay. And if it's like, well, I got to come up with $25,000 down. Okay. Well, that's $2,000 a month. You need to be saying that's a $2,000 a month bill. So you need to be making $2,000 more a month so you can buy that house. You get what I'm saying? You got to find bills that you may not have right now, but they will be coming. And if you don't start saving for that, or if you don't start, paying for that right now by saving it, you're not going to have it. Right. So start thinking about the things to come. Start thinking about, your car. You're not gonna have your car forever. Eventually, it's gonna, break down. You're gonna need a new one. Well, what would you like your next one to be? What's the car payment on that? Or would you like to pay for it cash? If it's $30,000 and you want to get it in a year, 2-3 years, okay, I need to save $30,000 in 3 years. That's about, 800, 1,000 a month, whatever the number is. Okay, I need to make that. Right? So not just needs, but also look at wants. You want to travel. You'd be amazed at how much you really need to make to have everything you want. Like usually when I do a financial exercise with people about list out everything you'd like to do. Everyone says, I'd like to travel every 3 months. Or every 2 to 3 months I'd like to travel. How much do you think it's going to cost? And they put, okay, well, nice trip, maybe about, $5,000. Okay. And then, they want to have, a new car and a nice home. And on average, it comes out to like per person, 7, 8, 9, 10 grand a month. Okay. And for some people, it's even less than that. It's like, you gotta have your dream life on, like, you got to know how much money per month you need to make to have your dream life. To be able to pay for everything, do everything you want. What's that number? And that number will get you excited. You're like, okay, well, I'm making $4,000 a month at my job right now, $4,000 or $5,000 a month. For me to have this type of house, this type of car, this type of traveling, send my kids to here, this, it's only $12,000 a month. Oh my gosh, I'm short by $7,000 a month. I need to go make that $7,000. If you don't believe you need to make more money than what you're making now, you're going to settle for what you're making now. And that's why most people are paycheck to paycheck, because they're only ever making enough for the bills. So when something extra comes in place, they're behind now. But guess what happens? When they find that something extra, they find a way to get the money for it, whether through a credit card, through debt or something. Then you get what I'm saying? You will always find money if you believe that you need to make, like if you had zero money right now and your car broke down today, hopefully it doesn't happen, but if your car broke down today and you need $1,000 to fix it, you're going to find a way to get $1,000 real quick. You get what I'm saying? So you need to believe you need to make more money. What's your number every single month? What's the number you need to make to have the lifestyle, to provide the lifestyle for your kids, to provide the lifestyle that you want to have? What's that number? And when you realize, wow, I'm not even making nowhere close to that number, you have the motivation, the drive to go put in the work, to go put in the action necessary to get the results that you want. So that's the second belief. And then the final belief you need to have. Okay, the third belief, there's a lot of belief, not the final one, but the final one for today is you need to believe that you're either moving forward or you're moving backward. You're either moving forward or you're moving back. You're never staying the same. In other words, you're either growing or you're dying. Chris Koob, a $2 million earner, he's been paid about $60 million in his business. He says in life, if you're a living organism, anything that's living is either growing or dying. Think about plants. They're either growing or they're dying. As soon as you stop growing, as soon as they stop growing, they start dying. The human beings are the same. We're never the same. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. You're either getting closer to your goals or you're getting further away. You're either moving forward or moving backward. So when you understand that belief, then you're more intentional with what you do. You understand that everything you do every single day. Now, we're not perfect. Like there's no, I'm always moving forward. Does that mean you just need to be moving forward enough? And obviously we're imperfect human beings. You're going to make some mistakes. right? It might be a step or two, but you can't be moving one step forward and 10 steps back. You understand that? You need to be moving 10 steps forward, maybe one step back. But you see, if you're moving 10 steps forward, one step back, you're still moving forward. So it doesn't need to be perfect where you're always moving forward, but you need to be moving forward more than what you are moving backward. So if you're not moving, you're moving backward. Because life is always moving forward. Let me prove it. For example, if you're not moving, you're not staying where you're at, you're actually moving backward. If you stopped working and you stop working, you have no job, no income coming in, are your bills still coming at home? Absolutely. Rent's still coming, mortgage still coming, right? Car payment, because life's moving forward. And because you're not moving, life's moving forward. You see how you're not really staying where you're at, you're actually moving back. So you're going to get behind financially. So not moving is moving back. Sometimes we make mistakes and might accidentally move back, but not moving is moving back. So you need to constantly make an effort to move forward. It's okay if you fall. It's okay if you make a mistake. As long as you're moving forward, that's what matters. So what does it mean to move forward? Well, it means you're constantly taking action. No action is moving backward. So if you're not moving, you're just getting further away from your goals. Is exactly what you're doing. You need to be, so how do you move forward? You're constantly taking action towards your goals. You're constantly working on your beliefs. You're self-improving. Are you getting better every day? Are you doing something to get better? Are you reading a book? Are you plugging into the trainings? Are you getting mentorship? Are you making an effort to make more money, grow your business, get better as a person every single day? You got to understand every day matters. You see, mediocre minds think that, oh, okay, if I slack off this day, that's fine. No. That's mediocre minds. Successful people understand every day matters. Every day I'm either moving closer to my goals and dreams or I'm moving further away every single day. Success is like a downward success. Having success is like going up a downward escalator. If you're going up the steps, right, and you stop, that escalator is going to bring you all the way back down. You have to constantly that's just success. Think about your weight, fitness. Okay, you could be exercising. You're going up that escalator. You stop exercising and you stop eating right. What's going to happen to your health? It's going to go back down, right? So understand that that's just success. That's what it is. That's the price for freedom. That's the price to win. That's the price to have your dream life. But it's 100% worth it. When you're going up that escalator, you make it to the top, man, you've made it. It's awesome. It's an incredible feeling. So understand that you're either growing or you're dying. So what are you doing today to grow? What are you doing today to move forward? Right? And so, guys, I hope these 3 beliefs really helped you. And I want to encourage you that this week you work on these 3 beliefs. You ingrain them. I need to make more money. I'm either moving forward or I'm moving back. And the only reason I'm not going to achieve my goals is because I'm inconsistent. It's right. That's the only reason. So what can I do to be consistent? Right. Work on these 3 beliefs, and I promise you, and continue to challenge. What other beliefs? Ask yourself some of these questions. Ask yourself, why am I making the money that I'm making now? Do I believe, what's your definition of good money? Do I believe this is good money? Okay. And if your answer is yes, I guarantee I can show you a line of people that'll be like I need that on a daily basis. I need that on a weekly basis. Okay. And again, you might believe, well, they're overspending. Well, you don't know. They could be given half of that. Maybe they have a responsibility of giving 10 grand a month. Maybe they have a goal of giving 10 grand a month to charity every single month. Right? You don't, again, it's all belief. It's all mental. So challenge your beliefs this week. Start working on them. And so with this being said, I do want to leave you all with a call to action and a bombshell announcement. And so month end is this upcoming Monday, and they actually extended it to midnight. Okay, this upcoming, so we got seven full days to really start moving the business forward. Again, a limiting belief is I'm gonna wait till tomorrow, I'll wait till next week, I'll wait till next month. That's mediocre. That's not success beliefs. Success beliefs now, today. What can I do today? Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. And so you got 7 days, guys. Some of you guys will change your beliefs, and in the next 7 days will become a district leader or a division leader, or make $1,000, $2,000 in the next 7 days. Okay. Whatever it is, make that switch. But here's the bombshell announcement. What we want to encourage you is we want to encourage you to go for a promotion, whether it's your senior rep promotion, whether it's one recruit, senior rep is one recruit by 1,000 in premium, one life insurance client, right? Go for that. That's an increase from 25% pay to 35%. Or if you're there already, go for senior rep, 3 recruits, 3,000 in premium. If you're there already, go to a division, division leader, which is 5 by 5. But what we're going to do to encourage you all, besides the promotion, is between now and next month, every one recruit in 1,000 in premium that you do, we're going to give you a $100 bonus on top of whatever compensation you get from the company, and on top of whatever bonus you also get from the company as well. All right, so $100 extra bonus. If you're licensed, you automatically get that bonus. If you're not licensed, you need to complete the online course to get the bonus. But let's get you all promoted. Let's see some action and some beliefs being grown, so we can see some more action in the team, and just take everything to the next level. Well, we love you guys. We appreciate you all, and give us your feedback on Telegram regarding the message for today. And let's see if we could get some conversations happening on there as well. Well, we'll see you all soon.